I have two reasons for doing this live today. One is Opportunities has not gone out to my full email list for 2 weeks in a row. And I think I figured out why. It was actually a friend of mine, Laura Darwachter, that kind of inspired me to figure it out because I went through Substack customer service or whatever, tech support, and all these other things trying to figure out why my thing wasn't going out, why the newsletter wasn't going out. Figured it out. So this Saturday's post is going to be a special one, especially since we have 5 weeks in November. But it's going to be a special one to figure out or to explain why some of us are not getting our posts out to our whole newsletter list. So mine was being sent to under half, which is 2 weeks in a row is kind of scary. It means half of you think that you didn't get opportunities on your usual Saturday. The other thing, though, is I started sending opportunities on Thursday instead of Saturday to avoid some of the Saturday traffic. So, and hey, Coffee Fueled Stories just joined us. So just to recap really quickly, my Substack wasn't going out to half my list, which is for 2 weeks in a row, which is kind of scary. And I figured out the problem, and I'm going to talk about it this Saturday. And it was actually Laura Darwachter that helped me figure out the answer. So thank you, Laura. The other thing, and hello, how are you doing? I always feel so awkward in these lives because I have to try to keep myself centered, and the inner dialogue is always like, what is happening with my hair? Because I don't look at it unless I'm doing something like this. So if I ever seem a little bit distracted, I am not a natural on-camera person. I am a natural here person. That's where I like to be. But here I am. So if you haven't gotten your opportunities 2 weeks in a row, that is why. And I will tell you what I figured out this Saturday. And then we will go back to our regularly scheduled programming, which is in November, the theme of Make Art, Not Arson. Whoops. And the other thing I want to share today is the November Makers Challenge. Now, if this goes well, and I do this every month because I am personally excited about it. So my theory is that when we can't create, my theory is that we will create no matter what. And I've been covering this week. We will create no matter what. But if we are stopped from creating for whatever reason, like we think we're not good enough, or somebody is actually stopping us, or we are not giving that we're not nourishing that creative part of us for whatever reason, stress, doom scrolling, trying to survive, then we're still going to create something, but it's going to be not positive. It's going to be problems. It's going to be chaos, the not fun type of chaos. And it's going to be things that are not building, they're burning instead of building, which is our theme, why we want to make art not arson. So to encourage this, because I too have spent far too much time this year doom scrolling and feeling really worried about things and whatnot. So, Maker's Challenge, this gets us to the point. So if you go, and I'm actually going to link this in this Substack Live whenever I post this. So if you're watching this after the live when I'm not live, but not dead, then you will be able to find the link to this down below. But if you are watching live, go over to the main page, go to this post, The Artist and the Arsonist, scroll down, and you'll see the Makers Challenge for November 2025. Is that? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Go back. Ignore everything I just said. Go to the Architecture of Rebellion, and you will also see the Makers Challenge 2025. But that's where I just opened it to everybody because I thought this is so much fun. we all need to do this. I want to do this. I really want to do this. So you can click here and you'll get this. And you can download it. You can print it, whatever you want to do. There's instructions. Oops. Instructions. Wow. How does this get centered? Okay. Instructions. But basically the idea, it's not bingo, but I kind of modeled it after bingo. But there are 30, how many days are in November? 30? So there's 30 boxes here. And each of them, if you can see, they say like invent a world that should exist, paint with coffee or tea, leave a doodle for a stranger, recite poetry to a pet. So it's just little super fast things that you can do to be creative in November, to keep that creativity alive so that you are making art, not arson. So I know I'm starting late. It is the 9th right now, so I have a little catch up to do. Because with my good intentions, I was going to do this on November 1st. But November 1st, I guess this is the other news, Amazon banned my entire account. So I stepped down from the presidency. Then I found out Amazon banned my account. And this is 20 years of publishing, just about 20 years of publishing. And the reason they banned my account, word to the wise, is for an unpublished draft that I had. It was for a story that I was going to publish in, I think, last year. Anyways, I never published it. But the document that I had uploaded and unpublished had some Wikipedia notes in it. Just notes so that when I wrote it, it was going to be about Laika, the dog that went up into space in Russia. And so I had some notes for myself in the document, unpublished. And I guess the Amazon algorithm picked it up and banned my entire account for it. Because is it plagiarism when it's Wikipedia? I don't know. But anyways, I was never intending to publish it. I just wanted to keep these notes. Now, the reason why I know, right? I was pretty upset at the moment. The reason why I never published it is because it's about Laika. I can't talk about this too much because otherwise I will cry in front of all of you. It's about Laika. Anyways, I can't finish the story. I can't talk about Laika. This is why I didn't publish this story, if it's not obvious. So anyways, November 1st rolled around and my account had got banned. I was no longer president of the HWA, which was my choice. And I'm happy with it. And my Substack wasn't going out to over half of you. And my husband is gone for 3 months. So I did have that moment. If you ever want to think, only you go through. See, and you can probably actually speak English better than me. If you ever feel like you're the only one going through existential crisis, that day after I got the Amazon email, I thought to myself, I lost this. I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. Woe is me. And then I actually said, technically, my husband has left me as well. Now, it is only for 3 months, but technically, I can say that. But I got over it because whenever a door closes, something opens up. And I had already been planning to go wide. I'd already started moving a few books over to Book Vault so that I can get 100% of my royalties, well, minus the cost of printing, instead of, a pittance. So, but I'm not going to say anything bad about Amazon. The algorithm thing is unfortunate, but Amazon is why I actually even had 20 years of books up, because they allowed us back when it was Create Space to publish. So I'm not going to say anything bad about them. Moving on. But anyway, so that's my excuse for being late on this. And I decided to take a transformation. Since my husband's not here, I can super focus on myself, and not eat not that he's like actually super healthy. But I don't know, I can just super focus on myself. So I'll show you my transformation thing. I've already lost 8.8 pounds. Here's some stuff I'm getting ready to do, like art stuff. But yeah, so this right now, that is my kitchen. Like, this is all I'm doing right there. I've lost 8.8 pounds and I feel fantastic. So I'm going to keep on going with that. through the month of November. But anyways, long story. That's why I'm late on this. But now I'm going to do it. So every day I'm going to try to, I'm not going to email it to everybody every day. And thank you. I'm not going to email this to everybody every day because that would be obnoxious. But I am going to share these on notes, little videos of what I'm doing for the Makers Challenge in 2025. And today, because this is an easy one for me, can't do this with my left hand, because this is an easy one for me. And I also don't have this printed. So I'm going to just use Canva. But I am going to share this challenge with somebody because I'm sharing it with you. And so I'm going to give myself a little checkbox right there. And then I better catch up. So you can be ready for some videos happening on my notes of what I'm doing for this challenge. I will do 30 of these. Oh, oh my goodness. 10 pounds. Can't read from the light with the cross-country move. Yeah, right? We're going to get sexy. We're going to get sexy in November. And sexy in a modest, artistic, creative way. Because I definitely don't want to be like an Instagrammer. Because that seems so obnoxious to put on all the makeup. And I can't do it. Anyways, you're going to get what you get. And it's just going to be less of it, I hope. So that is it, right? I think I covered everything. Talked about the Makers Challenge. It's going to be free to download in this thing here, or you can go to the Architecture of Rebellion, which is this week's post, which half of you didn't get, and you can download it there. And because half of you didn't get it, that's the other point of this live, to let you know I have not shirked on my duties. It's the tech gremlins. I blame the tech gremlins. But I did figure it out, thanks to Laura Dorwalker, and I will be talking about that this Saturday's post. And then after this Saturday's post, to finish up the last 2 weekends or the last 2 weeks of November, we're going to be going back to our regularly scheduled program. So if you're watching this after the fact, look down below and get that link so that you can download the Makers Challenge. If you're not watching it after the fact and you're watching it live, give me a second, or go to the Architecture of Rebellion on Opportunities and you can download that. I was going to say live, but free. And with that, I will stop staring at myself in this live and judging myself on all the things. I will see you later, and thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you sexy too. We should compare photos of how good we're going to look and how healthy we are going to be in November. And I want to see all of you guys making creative stuff and tag me so I can come celebrate it. And with that, I'll bid you adieu. Stop judging myself. Look, my granddaughter made that heart. So another little maker. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. And be sure to get the link after I get this posted. Bye.